Everybody wants a flat stomach fast, but here's the truth. Crunches won't do it, waist trainers won't do it, and starving yourself definitely will not do it. If you've been struggling, if you feel like you've been doing everything but nothing is changing, stay tuned because I'm about to break down 5 proven steps that will help you flatten your stomach without starving, without crazy food diets, and without spending hours in the gym. These are the exact methods that actually work, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to start seeing changes in your waistline. We are going to be covering how to reset your nutrition, the workouts that actually shrink your waistline, the hidden factors that's bloating you and makes your stomach look bigger, a daily routine that keeps your stomach flat for the long term, and the mindset shift that guarantees you do not give up halfway. By the end of this video, you will have the full blueprint so you can start today. Let's start with the most important piece, nutrition. No matter how many ab workouts you do, you cannot outtrain a bad diet. But here's the problem. Most people think the only way to get a flat stomach is to starve themselves. And that is why so many people fail. So instead of starving yourself, here is what you need to do. Create a small calorie deficit. You do not need to cut your favorite food in half. Start by reducing 200 to 400 calories off of your day. That's as simple as swapping soda for water, cutting out late night snacking, or reducing portion sizes just slightly. This works because it's enough to burn fat consistently, but it's small enough that you will not feel deprived. Focus on protein with every meal. Protein keeps you full longer and helps you keep your muscle all while still losing fat. Aim for 20 to 30 grams per meal, like chicken, fish, tofu, eggs, or Greek yogurt. One of the biggest mistakes people make is eating too many diet foods that are low in calories, but it's also too low in protein, which then leaves them hungry and binging later. Cut liquid calories. Drinks is one of the sneakiest reasons why you are not losing fat. One frappuccino could be 400 calories. Soda adds up fast. Even some juices are not as healthy as you think. Switch to water, sparkling water, black coffee, or tea. Manage your carbs, but do not fear them. Carbs are not the enemy. The problem is processed carbs like white bread, pastries, and chips. Instead, choose high fiber carbs, brown rice, oats, sweet potatoes. These digest slower, keep you full, and prevent bloating. Speaking of bloating, let's talk about reducing bloating foods. Sometimes it's not even fat that's making your stomach look bigger. It's just bloat. Some common culprits are too much salt, carbonated drinks, fried foods, and excessive dairy products, especially if you are sensitive to dairy. Add more water-rich foods like cucumbers, watermelon, or leafy greens. These help you fight bloating naturally. So let me be clear with you. You do not have to cut out everything you love. You do not have to starve yourself. You just need balance, a small calorie deficit, high protein, smart carbs, and less bloating foods. This alone will start shrinking your stomach. Starving slows your metabolism, makes you binge later, and will actually make losing belly fat much harder. And on top of that, it's terrible for your mental and physical health. If you want a flat stomach fast, the key isn't eating less, it's eating smarter. So let's break this down step by step. First, starting with the 80-20 rule for fat loss. You probably heard the phrase that abs are made in the kitchen, and yes, that is true. Your diet is responsible for 80% of your fat loss results. That does not mean you need to live off of salads and a bunch of boiled eggs. That just means you need balance. 80% clean nutrients foods like we talked about earlier, whole foods, proteins, vegetables, healthy fats, whole carbs, and fruits, and 20% fun foods. Yes, you can still enjoy pizza, ice cream, or even wine in moderation. This approach will keep you consistent long term. Consistency is what makes your stomach flat, not a crash diet. Even healthy foods can add belly fat if you eat too much of it. That is why portion control is key. Use a smaller plate, pre-portioned snacks instead of eating out of the bag. Learn the hand method, and I say this in almost every one of my videos, but I'm going to say it again. Protein, palm size. Carbs is your cupped hand, and fats is the thumb size. This helps keep your calories in check without obsessing over every single bite. Your body loves a routine. Eating at consistent times every day keeps your hunger balanced and also keeps your hormones balanced. Some people do 3 meals, some people do 3 meals plus snacks. Pick what works for you, but try not to skip meals, especially if you are hungry. If you're not hungry, I'm not gonna say force yourself to eat, but if you are hungry, you don't have to skip your meals. Skipping meals, especially when you're hungry, leads to late night cravings that causes you to just binge eat a bunch of food. Here's how you know your nutrition is on point for a flat stomach. So this is a daily checklist. Did you hit your protein goal? Did you drink enough water? Did you eat at least 2 servings of veggies? Did you stay in a calorie deficit without starving yourself? If you can check all those off every day, your stomach will start shrinking a lot faster than you think. The truth is, the people who get the best results are the ones who eat in a way that they can actually stick to. So instead of asking yourself, what diet can I follow? Ask, what habits can I commit to every single day without giving up? That's the mindset that leads not just to a flat stomach, but keeping it flat long term. Now let's talk about training your core the smart way and targeted workouts that actually flatten your stomach. So here's the truth. You cannot spot reduce fat. No amount of crunches or ab workouts will melt your belly fat. But what you can do is strengthen and tighten your core muscles so that way when fat loss does happen, your stomach looks flatter, tighter, and more toned. And the way you do it isn't by doing endless crunches. It's a strategic mix of training that burns calories to reduce overall body fat, activates your deep core muscles to flatten your stomach from inside, builds strength and stability so your posture improves, and you naturally look leaner. Think of your core as a natural corset, which I actually have one on now. That's kind of ironic. When it's weak, your stomach sticks out, your posture slouches, and even if you do lose fat, your belly doesn't look tight. But when you train your deep abdominal muscles, your stomach literally pulls inward, giving you that flat, snatched waist look. This is why some people lose weight and still do not have that flat stomach. They only dieted but never trained their core properly. Getting a flat stomach is not just about workouts or meal plans. If you want results that last, you need to tackle your lifestyle habits. Sleep, stress, daily routines, and consistency. This is what separates the people who lose belly fat temporarily from the ones who lose it and keep it off. Most people overlook this, but sleep is critical for fat loss, especially around your midsection. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Go to bed and wake up at consistent times daily. Create a pre-sleep routine that helps you go to sleep at an effective time. Even small improvements to sleep can accelerate your fat loss. Stress is not just in your head, it affects your waistline. High stress equals high cortisol, which equals high stubborn belly fat. Some simple ways you can reduce stress is by doing 10-minute meditation sessions, journaling, writing down your worries and what you're grateful for. Light movement like walking outside. Avoid unnecessary stress triggers like scrolling through social media too much or keeping around toxic people. Exercise is very important, but movement throughout the day matters just as much. Try walking 8 to 10K steps per day. Take short stretch breaks throughout the day. Add small resistance exercises to your routine like squats, calf raises, lunges. These small consistent movements boost your metabolism and help flatten your stomach naturally. Water is also essential for belly fat loss. Water flushes out your toxins, it reduces water retention, and it helps with your digestion, which prevents bloating. Start your mornings off with warm lemon water to kickstart your day. Even just one day of poor hydration can make your stomach look puffier. Flat stomach is not built overnight. It takes weeks or even months of consistency. Don't get discouraged by temporary bloating or even slow progress. Track your progress with photos, how your clothes fit, or measurements, not just the scale. Celebrate your small wins because every step along the way counts. Commit to 1 month of full effort. Most people quit after 1 to 2 weeks. If you stick to your plan, your stomach will look significantly flatter in just a month. Nutrition and workouts start the change, but these habits that I gave you today makes the results last. Start small. Over time, these habits compound and your waistline will reflect it. Remember, this is a lifestyle and not a temporary fix. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.